Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Edmund Ironside, and we get to hear from Edmund Ironside one more time in Act 4, Scene 1 before this scene is over. And at the beginning of the scene, remember, Edricus showed up with this letter that Edmund read out loud, and Edricus thought that it was great, and Edmund saw right through it and was like, haha, I knew you were Edricus the whole time. But then this messenger shows up and says that the Danes are attacking, and Edmund turns to Edricus. He's like, that's funny that they show up right after you did. And Edricus is like, no, like I told Canutus that I was coming here so that I could find out your plans and then go back and tell him, but really I'm here to tell you Canutus's plans. And so they do a little bit of whispering, and the other lords around Edmund, Aylward and Alfric and all of them, they're like, this guy is a traitor and he's hazardous and he's a liar, and how are you trusting him? And Aylward gets really sort of in Edmund's face about it. He's like, this guy is not to be trusted. Why are you listening to him? He's a scoundrel, he's a liar, he's a hypocrite, he's a cheat, all this. And Edmund says, peace, Aylward, hold your tongue. My youth in some things overruns your age. 'Tis policy to grant him audience. Nay, further, grace. Nay, further, if he craves, perhaps the leading of our army too. For thus I think it stands, he hath promised Canutus, having the leading of our forces, to yield to him, seeming as though compelled, having first given an onset on the foe for colour's sake. But we will overmatch him. For whilst the force of Canutus on policy retires by Edric's drift, then we will take the opportunity and rush with speed upon his troops, who, unprepared to fight, and trusting upon Edric's policy, shall all come prey unto our soldiers. How like you this? So Edmund is taking this opportunity to treat Edric like the true double agent that he is. He's like, calm down, I'm not an idiot, I know some things. He's like, maybe we should have Edricus lead our troops, because no doubt he told Canutus that he was going to be leading our troops. So in this charge that Edricus is leading, he'd like put up sort of a dumb show type of fight and then very quickly surrender to Canutus, at which point Canutus thinks he's won. But since we know the plan, as soon as Canutus thinks he's won, then we actually attack, because we'll catch them off guard, they won't be ready for us, and we can very easily overtake them at that point. So Alfric is like, yeah, but we got to make sure that the timing of that is exactly right. And then Edmund and Edricus do like a little bit of whispering over here, and there's some tidbits of like, no, that can't be true, and you must be saying right, and blah, blah, blah. As they're whispering, they come back, and Edmund's like, okay, yes, this is it, this is the plan, let's go inside, I'm going to make you a general, and we're going to move on with this. And just about everybody leaves except Edricus has 2 lines on the stage by himself right before the scene ends, and he's like, look at what an idiot I'm making out of this king. Cheers to me. And that's the end of Act 4, Scene 1. So, if you can keep straight what side Edricus is on at this point, congratulations to you. Though technically I think he's probably just on his own side, even though Edmund thinks that he's going to be working for him, and Canutus thinks that he is working for him. We'll see who's right in the end. Come on back tomorrow for more. Mwah.